Yo, 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 what's up? My name is Petrowski, and it's time for another breeding extravaganza. I've been slowly setting up breeds for a month or two now, probably a month. I have this full box of breeds in this box that I'm going to be trying to filling up in this video, but I am on a bit of a time crunch. So I have around 1 day left on this donator status, and I need to buy a charm to prep and be able to pop for that. So if you're new to this kind of series or this kind of video, the goal is going to be to make as many semi-competitive or decent Pokemon breeds as I possibly can. Pop a donator status, pop a charm, and then try to eventually one day do this. Right now I'm at 30k encounters, at 31k. So I do this once I get later in encounters, and hopefully get a shiny, semi-competitive or shiny competitive Pokemon one day. Now, the last time I did a video like this, it was for my 1,000 subscriber special, and nowadays I'm pushing towards 4K. So hopefully this video will come out around that time, or maybe around 3,500. But anyways, for whatever account it comes out at, this channel has grown a ton, and I want to say thank you all so very, very much for that. Alright, but I have a lot of breeds to cover, so if you're not familiar with this type of video, I'm going to be covering each breed. I'm going to be going to a daycare and popping them each into the thing, and just showing you guys the breed beforehand, and then breeding them all off camera, making all of the eggs on that donor status in charm, and then kind of AFK slowly hatching them. Because for those who don't know, whether a Pokemon is shiny or not when breeding is decided upon egg creation, not when hatching. So you actually don't want to hatch them on the charm. You just want to create all of the eggs, store them all up in your PC, and then hatch them later. But I'm going to head to a daycare, start slowly explaining breeds, and hopefully you guys will see this box fill out over time during the explaining process. Alright, I also haven't seen a lot of these breeds in a super long time since I've been making them for a month or so now, so it's almost like I'm going to be seeing them for the first time with you guys, so I'm going to be trying to remember my thought process behind the decisions and explaining it through with you guys. So, I really wanted a, what is it? I can't remember the Pokemon's name right now, the evolution of Karrablast. What is that? I can't remember right now. It's Escavalier? Escavalier. I don't know why I couldn't think of it off the bat. Escavalier is a really, really cool, really bulky Trick Room Pokemon in NU. A very, very powerful Trick Room Pokemon, actually. One of the most powerful Trick Room Pokemon, or Trick Room abusers in the tier, like probably by far. 135 base attack, 105 base defenses. 70 HP is a little low, but the defenses more than make up for it. Very bulky, very powerful Pokemon with that base attack. And it's also incredible typing, being Bug Steel. Its only real weakness is going to be Fire, and there's not that many good Fire types in NU besides Blaziken, of course. Blaziken is a huge issue for a lot of Pokemon, which is, obviously very, very strong. But this is going to be, don't really care about the Speed IV, Special Defense IV. It'd be nice. It's rolling 30 to 31 is fine. Everything on here is set. Adamant Nature, perfect, beautiful. Attack IV 25 to 28, Defense 20 to 28, Brace to the HP. There's nothing wrong with this comp. This should come out to be a perfect Escavalier, one that I'm very, very excited for. Alright, on to the next Pokemon. I think this Tynamo was actually bred from my last breeding extravaganza. It came out with the wrong nature, so I'm probably going to rebreed it. So this time I'm going to be putting Relaxed onto it, making it a Eelektross competitive Pokemon, Eelektross Trick Room Pokemon. Really cool mixed type attacker that actually has no weaknesses. Eelektross is one of the few Pokemon in the game that has no weaknesses right now, which is really, really cool. Similar to Spirit Tomb and I believe Sableye. I think there's 3 Pokemon in the game right now that have no weaknesses. I think it's Eelektross, Spirit Tomb, Sableye. I definitely could be missing one. It's possible, but really cool Pokemon that can have access to Drain Punch as a really cool physical option. As like a pretty bulky Pokemon, it'll operate really, really well inside of Trick Room. Alright, I think this Scyther breed was also from the last breeding extravaganza. There's going to be a decent amount of breeds on here that are from that I'm trying to continue to push on and fix. So this Scyther really needed an attack buff. Being 20 attack on Scyther, this is the Scyther that it came out as, and like 19 HP is workable, but it's just not great. I really wanted to raise the HP, and the attack is the huge thing. 20 attack is just too low. It's just too low for competitive Pokemon, so I'm going to be rolling between these. I'll probably be lowering the special defense a little bit, but shouldn't matter too much. Possibly, raising the defense. Might be lowering the speed. That's okay. Should be raising the attack at least a little bit. That's nice. And then certainly giving it that 30 attack IV, and then ever studying over the nature. Alright, I definitely do not remember this breed super well, and I must have bought it a super long time ago. I must have got this Blastoise for wicked cheap, for whatever reason, and then used it as a breeder. This Kabutops is pretty interesting. I think this Kabutops might be from the previous breeding extravaganza, might be what happened. So, coming out Adamant Nature, Everstoning Nature from the Blastoise on over to the Kabutops, giving it a higher speed at 26, should come out as 26 speed, 22 to 28 special defense, 27 plus defense, 24 plus attack, and then 21 to 25 HP. This will be a super solid, decent Kabutops comp. Alright, now this is actually one of the breeds that I care about the most out of the entire batch. This Archon is very cool, and I really want a cool, powerful Archeops comp for NU. One of the most important things on this breed is that I'm giving it Head Smash. So Head Smash is an extremely powerful, and it'll have Stab or Head Smash, which is insane. Head Smash is a 150 base power. I have to breed onto the Corsola. 150 base power rock type physical move with 80% accuracy that has a ton of recoil, super powerful move, plus stab coming from the Archeops will be absolutely insane damage. The issue was I actually had to chain breed it. I think I had to breed a Relicanth with a Corsola, and now the Corsola with the Archon. It was very complicated. I had to do a bit of chain breeding, and it was very complicated to be able to finally even have the chance to breed it onto Archon. But this Archon is going to come out with really good IVs. The biggest and most important factor is going to be the nature, so I'm really hoping for some good luck on that nature. But I need to make sure to make some of these breeds come out female. I definitely should. I need to label this one. There's a couple that I'm going to have to head through that I'm going to have to label as make sure to breed as female, because certain Pokemon need certain genders. Because if this breed comes out of bad nature, I'm going to have to rebreed it, and it being female will make that rebreed 1,000 times easier. Alright, this next breed's pretty funny. A nice Bidoof breed, 31 HP, 26 plus attack, 27 plus defense, 22 to 29 special defense, most likely to come out as 25, and 24 to 28 speed. Just a super decent Bibarel comp, also Adamant Nature. I love Bibarel comps. I think they're funny and enjoyable. And I don't know, I think it'll just be cool to have this one come out. I'm basically just taking this Bidoof with really decent IVs and putting an Adamant Nature onto it. So, really simple, easy breed. Alright, this next breed is a really cheap one with just some Magikarps I had laying around. This is one of those filler breeds. There's going to be things called filler breeds throughout these batches, where it's basically just taking some Pokemon that I already had in my breeder boxes and kind of clearing out my breeder box and hopefully creating a greater result that I can sell for a little bit more profit as an end conclusion, end result. So this one, for example, will just end up being a Magikarp with I don't care what nature and I don't care what gender, being like 20 plus across in all stats. Alright, this next breed is a pretty cool one. I'm a huge fan of Torterra. I personally already have a Torterra comp, so this one won't be for me to keep. I probably should start announcing what like my purpose is or what my goal is with the Pokemon, what I'm going to do with it after I'm done. Actually, nope, excuse me. I think I left that for the end. So at the end of the video, I'll go through all the breeds, show what they came out as, and decide and show you guys what I'm going to do with them, whether I'm going to keep them as a comp for me, train them up and sell them, or rebreed them, etc., etc. But this is a cool Turtwig, 25 plus in most stats it needs. Really cool. Doesn't need speed, doesn't need special attack. Really cool Pokemon. I love Torterra as a comp. Alright, this is another filler breed. I just had two 2x30 Pokemon, and I decided to go ahead and breed them together to make a 3x30 Pokemon. I don't think I care about what gender this thing comes out as, because I'm probably just going to keep breeding it up to be like a 4 or 5x30 Pokemon in the field age group, but we'll see how that goes. Once again, just a filler kind of breeder. Alright, now I believe this breed was something I got for super cheap. I forget what happened exactly. I think I got this Deano for super cheap, or I snagged the Ditto or something of the sort, and I wanted to make a special Hydreigon. Usually most of my Hydreigons I go mixed, and I thought it'd be cool to have a fully special one. I don't think I'll be keeping it, but it'll be a really solid Hydreigon comp if it comes out with a decent nature. Definitely hoping for timid or modest, but if it doesn't happen, it's not a big deal. 24 to 30 speed, 26 special defense, 27 to 28 special attack, really good. 30 defense, 26 plus HP, really good breed. This is a really interesting / funny breed. So as you can see, I actually caught this Weedle myself. It has my OT. It's 1x31 and 2x30. I need to make sure I breed this thing male as well. I'm glad I marked that. But this breed will end up coming out as 3x30, 1x31, and the other stats will be random nature. I don't know, just a really interesting bug. I believe it's bug type egg group breeder, bug egg group breeder. It'll be a pretty cool Pokemon to either sell or continue to breed up for a really nice profit once they reach that 5 times 30, 6 times 30 to 31 range. Whew, okay, now I think this legitimately might be the most important breed out of the entire batch. Like, the most important breed. I spent so much Pokeyen. I think like around 600k breeding this Munchlax. Or actually more, because I ended up having to breed this Whismur. I think it probably ended up costing me like 800 to 900 to maybe a mil. It probably cost me around 1 million Pokeyen to breed this Munchlax. And I want this to be a 4 times 31 baby Pokemon Munchlax with, it has some sort of, it has the moon effect, the eerie hell moon particle. 4 times 31 sassy nature is absolutely perfect, because my plan is to make this Munchlax be a curse using NU competitive Pokemon. I'm going to try to use Munchlax in NU comp. It's going to be insane, and I definitely plan to make videos on that, because I spent so much time and money on this comp. It might be horrible, it might be fantastic, it might be a sleeper pick, but it was so difficult to breed. I'm just really excited to see how it turns out. I really hope it's good, but you know, we'll just have to see how it goes. But this is definitely the most important breed to me out of the entire batch. Alright, this is a pretty free breed, a nice Venipede breed. Really cool Pokemon. I love Scolipede. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Very cool. 26 plus HP, 26 attack, hopefully defense, like at least medium rolls to 20 defense. That's totally fine. Gonna go ahead and Everstone over the Jolly nature. Jolly Scolipede is very good. Special defense going to be 26 plus. Speed's going to be a little low, but that Jolly nature will pick up a ton for it. It's in a weird speed tier anyway, so it should be fine. But yeah, pretty decent Scolipede. Semi-comp, I'll probably going to train up and sell off. Alright, this is a pretty easy, simple, free breed. A nice gym rerun Typhlosion. 31 special attack, 30 speed, coming out modest nature. Just an absolutely perfect Typhlosion once trained up. Should be able to train this up and sell it for a really nice bit of cash, probably 200k plus. This breed is also pretty simple. I just really wanted to use it because this Horsey was actually given to me by a viewer, so thank you so much, Rudron, for that. 31 special attack, 31 speed Horsey, super easy, 2 times 31 Pokemon, nothing special there. Just wanted to use a Pokemon from a viewer. Another very simpler breed from the same viewer who gave me a couple Horseys with some decent stats. So once again, this is just going to be a 2 times 31 Pokemon. Nothing special about the breed, but cool to, you know, use the Pokemon received to me from a viewer. Alright, this is a pretty interesting breed. There's a little bit of risk going on. Putting in that, I mean, kind of actually not really, because I actually want the speed on this to low roll for Trick Room, but pretty cool. Everstone to add that brave nature, and then Power Band on the Cranidos to pass over that high special defense. Also having the OT of Everdale on this Cranidos is pretty funny. Everdale is a pretty like old veteran player of this game, so super cool to have that. I'm going to be pushing for, you know, 25 plus across on the board on this Cranidos, and all the stats it needs should be a super solid Mon. Alright, here's an interesting breed that I definitely do not remember setting up at all. These two Shieldons breeding together. And it's a pretty good breed, pretty interesting. It's a 31 special attack Shieldon. I don't remember if there was a reason for that. I think Bastiodon might be able to learn some things like Flamethrower and some, you know, unexpected special attacking moves. But I'm not sure if that... It might just be for aesthetic. I honestly don't remember. I might be breeding this for an aesthetic 31 special attack just to have the stats look nice. But it's a really cool Trick Room Pokemon. I think it's also in NU, which is really nice. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. The nature is going to be randomly rolling, though, which will be pretty scary / important. So hopefully the nature comes out well. This might be a Pokemon that I want to consider breeding female. Yeah, that actually... I could Ditto breed with this pretty easily since the speed doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm fine with this coming out any gender. So, but yeah, pretty cool breed, pretty cool Pokemon. Bastiodon's pretty interesting. All right, this is an insanely good IV breed for the most part. It's gonna be 25 plus at least all across the board in all stats, using a Paris and a Shuckle, creating an absolute beast of a Shuckle with stats all across the board that it doesn't really need, but it'll come out random nature. I have no idea what I'm doing with this. I'm basically just taking Pokemon that I got for super cheap, good deals. I'll often end up snagging Pokemon off the GTL for really good prices, sticking them in a breeder box, and then using them to make breeds like this later on for some profit, or just to have Pokemon with good IVs laying around. Alright, now this is one of the few good deal breeds that I actually marked down. So I actually labeled this Sandile as 35k spent, and that was including the braces in the Everstone and all of the items if I remember correctly. So that means I spent 35k on the Sandile, on this Ditto, on the power anklet, on everything included in this breed. I spent $35K, and it's going to come out as a 25 plus across, most likely. The defense might go 24, but that's fine. But 25 plus across on a Sandile/Krookodile. Krookodile is an extremely desired Pokemon. Also coming out Naive Nature. It's pretty super solid, so pretty cool to see. Pretty excited for that. Sandile/Krookodile is an extremely desired Pokemon, so this will be a super huge profit for sure once trained up. Alright, this is a pretty cheap breed, thankfully, but this is one of the breeds that I probably care a little more about than some other ones. This Burmy is from the last breeding Extravaganza, and he ended up coming out with some rough stats in certain areas and a really bad nature. I wanted to go ahead and throw Impish on him and kind of make him a little better, raise his stats a bit, correct him in some areas, and breed him. It's just a super cheap breed. This Paris was so cheap to buy, if I remember correctly, so pretty cheap breed, pretty cool, like really niche Pokemon, so fixing the nature on that one. Alright, this is a pretty funny breed. I think I caught this Piloswine during a catch event. Ended up being 2 times 31. And I just went ahead and grabbed this Linoon for pretty cheap off the GTL. I'm going to go ahead and make it a 3 times 31 Swinub. Swinub definitely doesn't need the special attack IV. But I'll probably just be breeding this up more in the future, just in the age group, or maybe transferring its age group with kind of a transfer breed of some sorts, but we'll see how that goes. Just wanted to go ahead and breed a 3 times 31 for a cheap price. Now onto this Swablu/Altaria. Altaria is surprisingly in NU, and I actually didn't know that. So Altaria actually can be a really bulky, annoying kind of T-Wave threat, or dragon. There's some sort of move, like, I don't know if it's Dragon Breath. There's some sort of dragon move that has a secondary effect of paralysis that can actually be really strong and really annoying on Altaria. So I'm trying to make a sort of special attacking, bulky, as you can see with calm nature, Altaria NU competitive Pokemon. It should be pretty interesting. I don't know if it'll be good, but it'll be interesting at the very least. Alright, another Rudron breed, taking one of his 31 HP Horsies, breeding with a really cheap Magikarp that I got, and hopefully high rolling on some of the other stats. This Magikarp I must have got for super cheap. Should be rolling the attack decently. The special attack could high roll, which would be nice, and the speed, at least even mid rolling would be nice, or possibly high rolling, but really 2 times 31 breed in HP and special defense, but honestly kind of finish out, if possible, with some other stats, and be a really interesting breedable Pokemon. Alright, this Shellos breed is something that I care about a decent amount. I'm breeding it male though, so it'll probably end up being, a breeder of sorts if necessary, but really, really cool Pokemon. I really like Shellos. I think Shellos/Gastrodon are really, really cool Pokemon. I'm kind of breeding this thing as a Water A/Chaos A group mixed attacking breeder. I'm breeding this male to make it a breeder and not a Shellos. That is something pretty important to acknowledge or whatever, because Naughty is a mixed nature. The reason I'm breeding that mixed nature onto it is to make it a mixed breeder Pokemon. I won't be using this as a Gastrodon, as Gastrodon would not have really any benefit from gaining that physical attack damage. It's literally going to be used as a male breeder just for the certain age groups that it's in. Or then onto these Magikarp, really interesting. Once again, this is going to be a breed male, just an age group breeder. So I'm breeding these Pokemon together to make a very, very strong. This is a pretty strong breeder. Magikarp is in the Dragon age group, so people are going to buy this Dragon age group Magikarp with really good IVs, use it to breed something like a Dragonite, a Hydreigon, a Haxorus, all of those powerful OU Pokemon. Alright, here's a Phoebus breed, but it's actually more of a Dragon age group breed similar to the Magikarps. I'm going to be breeding some stats over onto, strong stats that both Pokemon have. So the Phoebus has HP, the Masquerain has attack, breeding those together, creating a super solid, decent Phoebus. I will be trying to remember to breed this thing male and make it a Dragon age group attacking Pokemon. Alright, and a Stunfisk breed, one of my favorite Pokemon, love to see it, but it's just going to be a make sure to breed out male, Chaos kind of age group breeder. Really cool Pokemon though, I do love Stunfisk, but this is going to just be used to breed Pokemon within the age group. It's going to be really nice IVs, basically 27 across the entire board, except for attack, which will most likely come out 23, which is like the least needed stat in Chaos. So really, really great breeder, really incredible stats all across the board, mostly 27 plus. Alright, now this is a Pokemon that I care a decent amount about, but it's not going to be that powerful. I do want to end up keeping this Pokemon, and this will actually be a sort of test competitive Pokemon for my own personal use. I want to make sure to breed this thing male because I actually really want a Gallade. Swords Dance, Shadow Stink Gallade has destroyed me so many times in PvP that I really want to try it myself. I want to be able to test it to see if I can find its weaknesses, figure out how to beat it by playing with it, figuring out its strengths, its weaknesses, etc., etc. And I think that'll be really, really helpful for me. Even if the stats aren't great, using it as kind of a testing tool for my own purposes is a great way to use a Pokemon. And with those 2 breeds completed, that actually finishes up the first box. So let's go ahead and go back into the box. We can see here, dump these Pokemon back in. I actually mixed them up a little bit. I think this was the pair, and then this. There we go. That's the first box, totally covered. Now I need to move on to this box and start adding some breeders to this box, actually. Alright, I've spent a lot of money and done a lot of things off camera, but I can finally get back into talking about the breeds. So, I want to go ahead and talk about this Magikarp breed that I spent around 100k on, actually, but it's going to end up being a male Dragon Egg Group breeder with his 3x31, and then it's also going to have 25 plus across in HP and defense, which is the huge finagle that'll hopefully be able to give me a lot more profit on the breed. So, I spent around 100k on it, and that's including all of everything with the breed, like the braces, the Pokemon, even including the cost of the choosing to breed it male, which will be 5k. So 100k total. I should easily be able to breed this thing, either breed this thing myself with like a Deano or with another Pokemon, or just be able to flat out sell it for 120 to 150k pretty easily. 3x31, depending on the nature. If it comes out timid, I wish I could have been able to transfer this nature. This was so good, but yeah, I definitely wasn't able to, but that's totally okay. It's better to keep 3x31, but still a really nice breed, and will definitely have some solid profits. Alright, I've got this breed, which I'm pretty excited for, dude. A really cool Larvesta Volcarona breed. Volcarona is a really, really cool Pokemon. It will come out timid, 31 special attack, around 24 to 25 speed, and then 20 plus across in the defenses, and even 31 HP. I'm really, really excited for this breed. It's such a powerful Pokemon, even for PVM or PvP. I think I'm not a huge fan of OU, but Volcarona has always been a super cool Pokemon to me. Set up 1 or 2 Quiver Dances and being able to sweep through the entire enemy's team with ease. Such a powerful Pokemon. Really excited for this. Alright, this is an interesting breed. I think this was just 2 extremely cheap Pokemon I got. Like, maybe these were like 2k each, and I went ahead and slapped them together to make a really nice field egg group breeder. And the attack could technically high roll, making it all 20 plus, which would be super nice, but it's 26 plus in special attack. It's literally 26 plus in every stat that it needs as a special attacking Pokemon. So it's honestly, maybe I made this to be a good gold duck. I actually might have done that. I totally forgot, but I might have actually been purposely making this to be a gold duck on purpose, which is pretty interesting. I'd love to see how that goes. Alright, and then I definitely forget this breed a ton. I do not remember the use or the reason for this breed at all, to be totally honest. I think it was just meant to be a cheap, starter breed, Squirtle breed, really decent stats. It needs speed, though, of course, for the most part, but I mean, it'll end up being 20 plus across in the defenses and then 28 special attack. Just a really cheap breed. I assume I was either given these Pokemon for free or got them for excruciatingly cheap off the GTL. Went ahead and whipped together this breed for this sort of breeding extravaganza 2.0. Alright, now I do remember this Hitmonlee because this was actually a breed I put together like yesterday or last night because there was a catch event at Victory Road in Kanto, and I caught this really good Hitmonlee that's just missing speed, so this will come out as a Tyrogue, 20 plus across in HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed. Just a really decent beginner Pokemon, and Tyrogue's a really annoying Pokemon to farm really well, so hopefully it comes out with a good nature. Wish me the best of luck there. Alright, now we're finally getting into the breeds that I set up recently. This is a really cool one. I think I got both of these Pokemon for very cheap. I think I bought this Ditto for like 10k and this Machamp. I think I caught it. Yeah, as you can see, I caught it with my OT. Gotcha. Yeah, so this will come out as a really, really good Machamp competitive Pokemon, actually, with 31 speed. Usually with Machamp, I'll end up putting him inside of Trick Room, but I think it would be pretty worthwhile to have an actually just good speed IV invested one, either putting Guts and Flame Orb on him or going No Guard. What I might end up doing, or what I kind of want to do someday, is going Choice Scarf Machamp with No Guard Dynamic Punch. I think it'd be really cool to kind of combine all of that and make him a fast threat with that Dynamic Punch No Miss. Super, super scary, super hilarious Pokemon to see in competitive play. Right, this is an interesting breed. So Tortuga, or I don't even remember what the Pokemon that it evolves into is called. Let's see if I can check. Carracosta. A really cool Shell Smash Pokemon, actually. So Shell Smash is a really interesting setup move that raises I believe the attack I forget the stages it works on. I believe it raises the attack and special attack and speed all sharply. That might be wrong though. That seems insane. It might be. I think it raises the attack and speed, or the attack and special attack by 1 stat, and then speed sharply. Lowering its defenses and special defense, but simply sharply. Oh, no, yeah. So it actually does. Yeah, and it also lowers its defenses, which is obviously the balancing mechanism. But it actually does sharply raise its attack, special attack, and speed. But it lowers its defense and special defense, making it a frail but extremely powerful fast sweeper. Really cool Pokemon. Will make a really, really cool mixed Carracosta with 31 speed, rash nature, and then being 22, 25, pretty high across in all stats. Really hoping the attack at least medium rolls. If it low rolls, that would be pretty freaking sad. Not gonna lie. But there's also 2 really funny OTs on these. So Nakura and Jadre. So Jadre is a current teammate and total gamer. Nakura is an ex-teammate and really cool, streamer and gamer in his own right. So I don't know, pretty funny to see those 2 coming together for a breed. And then this was just a super cheap breed that I set up. I think I had this Magikarp laying around my breeder's box. I must have bought it for really cheap. I set it up pretty recently, but I already mostly forgot it. It'll just end up being a 20 plus across Deano, hopefully coming out with a decent nature, but should be a pretty nice breed. Deanos are worth a decent amount of money. All right, this breed I set up is actually just a crazy breed that I wanted to put together because it's just a really, really good IV'd Pokemon is what it should come out as. This should come out 25 plus across. I definitely need to breed this thing male, so breed this thing male. This will come out as a 25 across the entire board and naive. The naive nature is very, very important. So 25 plus across in every single stat, naive nature, humanoid male egg group breeder. This will be an incredible Pokemon to be able to use as a breeder. Really, really excited for that one. A pretty expensive breed on top of that. Humanoid is a really cool egg group. I made this for very cheap. I think I caught the Mienshao, and then I bought the Hypno for only 20k. That will easily be able to sell for like 100k, I'm pretty sure, as a breeder. It'll be really, really nice. Let's go ahead and look into this Magikarp and Goldeen breed. So this one is also a very cheap breed, kind of a filler breed, trying to fill out these slots. Still 31 attack, 20 plus across in HP, defense, special defense should come out 22 on average. Even low, yeah. And then speed will be a little low, but I'm going to ever send the nature that is lonely. Not the best nature, but on 31 attack, this will make a really nice mediocre Gyarados comp that I can train up and sell for some shmoney. Alright, and these are the last 2 breeds to talk about that are semi-competitive / competitive Pokemon. And then from there on out, I'll be going to talk about how I'm going to be filling up the rest of my time in the charm, and how I'm going to be filling up the rest of my time breeding with breeding boxes. And you guys will see that for yourself in a second. Let's go ahead and cover this. Just simple 2x31 Magnemite. I think I spent around 40k breeding this, and it should sell for around 45k. So it's a very small profit, especially including listing fee. I'll probably only make like 3k on this as a profit, but I just wanted to throw together a quick breed. Technically, the defense and HP could both high pass if I was extremely lucky, and that would make it worth a lot more. And if the nature comes out really well, if the nature comes out modest, bold, or timid, it could sell for a lot more. So you kind of make a solid 2 to 3k profit while having a chance at making like a 30 to 40k profit if it comes out with a good nature. And then this breed, I've had this Shuckle laying around forever. That's 2x31, and I went ahead and picked up an Escavalier for around 35k. It's going to be able to give it 31 HP, 31 attack, 31 speed. I really don't care about 31 speed on Escavalier, so I'm going to end up probably using this to breed onto another Pokemon eventually. This is just going to be a super slow progress, probably 5x31 breed. I'll just have it in my boxes, just kind of slowly breed it up to make some solid profit, especially if you breed up Pokemon from 1x31s or 2x31s. Kind of the farther you get up the chain, usually you make some good profit, as long as you're getting good deals on the GTL. Whew, but that is it. Let me go ahead and show you guys my boxes. That finishes up the second box. It's definitely not full, and I'll show you guys, like, it's not full at all. Yeah, so these go here, this goes here, this goes here, and then the rest, my plan is, I'll go ahead and start showing you guys, I guess. So I have this Cranidos and this Ditto. The rest of the breeds are just going to be Shidos and Cranidoses. So for those that don't know, the best way to kind of shiny hunt Cranidos is by breeding and kind of fossils, since you can do fossils really quickly. They're a lot messier. So what I'm going to be doing is I have a full box of Dittos here, and then I have or I have one full box of Dittos split between 2 boxes. So as you can see, 60 Dittos in total split across 2 boxes, and I actually have 60 Skull fossils on me. Now the issue is what's going to end up happening is that some of these Trainodoses aren't going to be shitty Trainodoses, and I'm not going to want to breed them. I'm going to want to keep any like good IV Trainodoses, so I'm going to like revive all of these, try to sort through as many as I can, I think is going to be the plan, and then I'm going to end up, I might go ahead and buy some Trainodos right now off the GTL if there are any cheap ones, but I'm going to end up filling out the rest. The TLDR is I'm going to end up filling out the rest of my breeds with Cranidos, which should be pretty interesting, because I've always wanted a shiny Cranidos. That's kind of my next hunt. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I hope it goes well. Hopefully, I actually should be layering them like this. Let me go ahead and actually layer them like this so it'll be easier to breed them. But yeah, I'm really excited. Once I get all of this totally set up, I'm very, very close. I'm going to be starting, I'm going to have my donator status, pop my charm, go through all of my skull fossils, get those done as quickly as possible. And then probably, before going on to the next Cranidos, what I probably do is I probably breed all of these, and then I move on to Cranidos towards the end. And then if I have any leftover time, what I'll end up doing is shiny hunting Nidorino in the Kanto right side of Fuchsia. So should be a pretty crazy thing. I think I'm going to stream all of that, so we'll see how that goes. If you guys want to see all of that, I'm not going to record all of the shiny hunting. I'm not going to record all of like the egg making, because the egg making is super boring. Like it's not going to be fun to watch. But if you guys want to see sort of all of that in real time, I'm going to try to remember to leave the live stream link in the description of this video, so go ahead and go check that out, or watch it live when it happens, which might be today or tomorrow as of recording. Right now it's the 21st of December. I'm probably going to end up recording that maybe tomorrow. I have to do it. Promise I have to do it before this is up, so I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. I'm pretty excited though. From here on out, I think for the rest of this video, I'm just going to see you guys when it's time to come back and talk about how everything turned out. The conclusion of this video will be post breeding all these Pokemon, talking about how everything turned out and trying to compare them and remember and see if they turned out with, good random nature rolls, etc., and seeing the product, seeing the conclusion of all the work put in for over a month of collecting breeds. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. All right, yo, what's up? My name is Petrowski. It's the day after the stream of the breeding extravaganza. As you can see, I bred all of these Cranidos. I actually started these Cranidos off as skull fossils, so I made 61 skull fossils into Cranidos, and then rebred them with Shidos to have a second chance. So there was 2 chances at a shiny per skull fossil, and then a couple like armor fossils. And root fossils I had laying around, so two armor, one root for the little leap. But here we go. No shinies, no shiny Cranidos, unfortunately. But you know what? That's totally okay. That happens. But I do want to go ahead and show off. Of course, show off the beautifully sorted. These are all of the semi-competitive and competitive Pokemon that I bred that I sorted. It actually took a long time to sort them, which is pretty funny. But first things first, I want to show off this new beautiful shiny. Now, I didn't get this from the breeding, but I did get this while I was hatching eggs and post. It was on the same stream, of all of the egg hatching and everything. I finished my shiny charm, got up to around 32,000 encounters, and then my friend actually popped a shiny charm, Akiways, and I went ahead and joined his charm to get that extra 5%, and then I ended up getting this on the second charm. So we did get a shiny during the breeding extravaganza 2.0. We just didn't get to breed one, but that's totally okay. One day we definitely will. But anyways, I want to start going through. I have these categorized into 4 different groups. So this first group in the top right is the nicest and the easiest one, because it's just Pokemon that I'm just going to sell as breeders, from here on out. So a lot of like 2x31s, like a lot of these Horsies were just simple 2x31s. This Swinub is a 3x31. The Shinx is 3x30. 3x31 Carablast, stuff like that. It's really simple. Here's a really nice male humanoid egg breeder. There's just a lot of really nice breeders. I don't think there's any like UTs for the most part up here, because if anything's a UT, they belong in this category. So these are Pokemon that I'm going to sell as breeders, as is, and these are Pokemon. This bottom right corner are Pokemon that I'm going to EV train up and then sell as semi-competitive Pokemon and things of the sort. So I won't be keeping any of these,
but they do make for really nice semi-competitive Pokemon, like this nice Bidoof here with Adamant Nature. Let's go ahead and start rolling through some of them. I'm going to go through, actually, I'll go through all the categories overviewed first. So, once again, breeders that I'm going to sell as is, Pokemon that are semi-comps that I'm going to EV train and train up, and then here in this top left category, we only have 3 Pokemon here. These are Pokemon that I want to keep for myself, but I actually have to rebreed because they didn't come out quite as I wanted them. So I'm going to have to rebreed these 3 Pokemon, which is totally fine. And then this beautiful bottom left category. This should be Pokemon that I'm going to keep. I'm going to EV train up as comps and keep for myself, and I'm really, really happy and excited for this one. So, for example, this Carablast, Adamant Nature, this Eelektross, that's 2x31, Relaxed Nature, 27 plus in the defenses. Super beautiful looking Pokemon. Really happy with a lot of these. Also, like this Cyndaquil, like Modest Nature, 31 special attack, 30 speed. That'll actually replace one of my current Typhlosions in my gym rerun team eventually. Really excited for all of these, you know. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually break down each Pokemon per Pokemon at least a little bit. It might take a long time, but I'll go ahead and get started on some of it. So first things first, let's start with this Psyduck. Let's start with just the breeders. I'm going to graze through the breeders. They're pretty easy, pretty simple. They're just good Pokemon that I can sell for a decent profit. Especially having this 31 speed on this Psyduck is actually pretty important. And the nature actually came out really good as a breeder because this will be a really good mixed breeder for, I believe, the Field and Water AA group, which is really cool. So someone might buy this, brace the speed onto their Pokemon, maybe even Everstone, maybe keep the speed from their Pokemon, maybe brace a different IV if they have like a really good female to attach this to. But yeah, just a really good breeder there. Having that 31 speed is important, and the nature is nice. Here's a really simple breeder, just a 2x31 male, literally not much to talk about. Dragon A group, though, is pretty nice. Once again, 2x31 female Horsey breeder, nothing special. Another 2x31 Horsey Dragon A group breeder, nothing super special. Moving on to Swinub, 3x31. So for those who don't know, 2x31s will easily go for around 40k a piece. This Psyduck will probably go for 40 to 50k. So this entire first line is very expensive. So probably 40k, 80k, 120k. This Swinub alone is probably 100 to 120k. So maybe like 250k on those first 5 Pokemon or so. This Shinx is 3x30, which is weird. I don't know if anyone will want to buy that. I might just keep it and keep breeding it up. We'll see. I really like 3x30s. I love 30s, but they're just not worth nearly as much financially as 31s, but they don't make a whole lot of a difference in competitive, unless they're talking about speed in certain speed tiers. But here's a pretty simple 2x31 plus 25 speed and 25 attack, which is pretty nice. So this is actually just missing defense, and it could be a really cool Pokemon and or breeder. Then on to this Weedle, 3x30 and then 1x31, really cool male bug egg group breeder. Onto this Drowsy. Humanoid's actually a really expensive egg group, or can be. And this is having a 24 plus mixed nature, naive, like humanoid male egg group breeder is really fantastic. That'll go for some decent Pokeyen probably. Moving on to this Magikarp, simple, actually a little bit, I don't know, this came out really, really nice. This Magikarp ended up coming out 20 plus in HP and defense, and then also being 3x31. This Magikarp is really good. This is a really nice breeder. This will probably go for like 150k, most likely, maybe more. I'm not sure. Really, really nice male Dragon Egg group breeder. Moving on to this Carablast, 3x31, but Escavalier, excuse me. Escavalier doesn't really need the 31 speed, so they'd be using this as kind of an in-between breeder just for the egg group, and then having it come out male, and then fixing it from there on out. This Squirtle is probably one of the weirdest breeds of the batch. It's really not that good, but it was kind of just a filler breed, and it's a starter Pokemon, so if it came out shiny, like, that'd be really cool. But yeah, just not a very good Squirtle. I don't know, not a very important Pokemon. Not really much to talk about. Shellos, really fantastic mixed Chaos egg group breeder or Water A. And it's male, which is really nice. And it has Naughty Nature, which is actually very good. It's a mixed nature, so if you're using this as a male breeder onto a mixed Pokemon, really, really nice. Onto this Phoebus. This is an incredible mixed Dragon Egg group breeder. So you could take this, maybe breed it with a female Dratini that has 31 special attack, brace that special attack IV, Everstone the nature, and you make a really nice mixed Dragonite or something of the sort. Just a really nice breeder. Really happy to have that Pokemon. Should sell for some decent money. This Magikarp, very, 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 very nice. 26 plus across the entire board. 171 out of 186 total IVs. 3x30. One of the 30 is in speed. absolutely beautiful Magikarp. Really great breeder. Now, plus it has a mixed nature. This is actually a really nice breed. I'm actually shocked. I'm surprised to see how much that'll go for. That nature is really nice on that. A lot of good nature rolls, I feel like, so far. I feel like I've gotten pretty lucky on a lot of the nature rolls in this batch. This Stunfisk is interesting. It came out gentle, which is, like, you know, not really great nature for anything. But it's really nice IVs. Really nice IVs. Could make a great breeder. Could be a good sell, potentially, hopefully. This Shuckle is hilarious. I love the Shuckle because, obviously, it's, like, an extremely good breeder. But seeing all, like, 25 stats across an entire Shuckle, I almost want to keep this. And it's bold, so I could, like, technically keep this and, like, have it as, like, a comp Shuckle. But it's only like, 27 HP, 27 defense, 25 special defense. And since those are the only 3 stats you really need on a Shuckle, the rest of the stats are useless. But it'd be cool to, like, have a Shuckle just for, like, show, I guess. That's 25 plus across the board. I don't know. Kind of funny. And then a really nice, I think this also, dude, a lot of really good random rolls on mixed Pokemon. So a Rash nature roll on this mixed Deino with 30 speed. 30 speed is very important. Should go out for some decent Pokeyen. Really good nature rolls. But that's it for all the breeders. Let's go ahead and move on to the bottom right little section and talk about what that's about. All right, so these are Pokemon that I'm going to EV train. These are semi-competitive or kind of, you know, competitive Pokemon, UTs/untrained Pokemon that I'm going to be training up, EV training and leveling and selling for a lot more profit because of that training to, you know, as comps. So let's start with this, you know, super nice, adamant, perfect, absolutely perfect nature for a Bidoof. 25 plus across the board. I mean, it's 31 HP. At least in the stats that it doesn't need the special attack. So it's 25 plus across in every stat that it needs. 29 attack, 26 speed, 31 HP, you know, 27 defense, 25 special defense. Just a really great Pokemon. I don't know if it needs, I don't remember if Belly Drum and Aqua Jet are egg moves. It makes it a little awkward. Quick Attack's an egg move, which is actually kind of important, but thankfully Belly Drum, actually let me check Bibroll. If Belly Drum and Aqua Jet aren't egg moves, if it can just learn it, which looks like it can. That's a really big deal. I actually wasn't sure of that. Let's check. So Aqua Jet's a start move. Where's Belly Drum at? I wonder if Belly Drum's a tutor or something. I'm not sure. Or no, I'm silly. Bibroll can't get Belly Drum. I'm just thinking of Swords Dance. So yeah, he can definitely get Swords Dance. And Aqua Jet super easily. So yeah, super easy, good comp. This Scyther, really, you know, decent Scyther, nothing great. Naive nature is fine. It's one of the better, like, minus defense natures. You know, the special defense isn't gonna help Scyther anyway, because usually when Scyther/Scizor is getting hit by a special defense attack, it's probably a flamethrower or a fire attack, which is just gonna one-shot it every time anyways. So there's no real way around that. Yeah, pretty cool Scyther. The 30 attack is pretty nice. I'll probably just train that up into kind of a Scyther or a Scizor, whichever, you know, someone could turn it into what they want. Moving on to this Turtwig, has all the stats that it needs. Careful nature is fine. It's not the best thing in the world. Having that plus special defense is fine. It being plus minus special attack is good. Doesn't need special attack. It's a physical Pokemon. Torterra is a really cool Pokemon, so I'm really excited to make this into a Torterra comp and just see if anyone will use it. I love Torterra. Really cool Pokemon. Not the best in comp, but really cool Pokemon. Here's a really nice beginner's Scolipede comp. Jolly nature. That's actually perfect. 26 plus attack. 22 speed's a little low. 20 defense is a little low, but everything else is super fine. Just a super nice, super decent comp. Timid natured Deino. I think this nature roll might have been random. I don't remember. This Deino is so good, though. This Deino is quite good. Timid natured Deino, 26 plus across the entire board and every single stat that it needs. Literally just beautiful. There's nothing to even be like talk about. Just it also can be used as a breeder since it's male if someone wants. Just beautiful Pokemon. Beautiful comp to become. This Magikarp is, now this is more of a mediocre competitive Pokemon. Brave nature is pretty suboptimal for Gyarados, but like it can work. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, I guess, but it's super suboptimal. But 20 plus across on the board, I'll just train it up. It'll be a decent Gyarados. I'll probably sell it for like 50 to 70k, not super expensive. This is interesting. This random rolled. I'm like pretty sure this random rolled. Dude, so many of my random roll on natures came out insanely good. This breeding extravaganza, it's actually crazy. This came out adamant, which is literally like best case scenario. Adamant or Jolly, of course, but 20 plus, kind of low 20s, 24 attacks, a little low, 23 HP, 25 special defense, 26 speed's a little low for this, but just this will be an absolutely solid beginner's Kabutops comp. Moving on to this Sandile, a really good PVM or beginner's Krookodile comp. Naive nature, totally fine. Bumping up that speed, 28 attack, 25 speed, 20 plus across in the defenses and the HPs. Super nice. Moving on to this Magneton. Now, this Magneton is one of the more mediocre comps of the batch, similar to the Magikarp, but even more so than the Magikarp. So this one is just meant to be a full-on magnet pull counter, which doesn't have magnet pull, so you'd have to ability pill it. But the goal of this you would just train it 252 special attack, 252 speed, put HP fire on it. I should count the hidden power, because if it has hidden power fire, that'd be very good. I might do that like right now, actually. Okay, it's actually hidden power dragon, so it doesn't matter too much, but still cool to check. So this is just a Pokemon that you would just quick buy as a comp to just counter Sizzle if you're having an issue with it in competitive play. That's it. Should be pretty cheap though. Then moving on to this Magikarp, 31 attack, 22 speed's a little low. Lonely nature is totally fine. Buffing that 31 attack, super nice. Really decent Magikarp, should make a decent Gyarados. Alright, but that actually finishes up all of the competitive Pokemon that I have to train up and sell. Now let me go ahead and talk about these 3 Pokemon really quick. So this Archon has been an extremely long Pokemon in the making. I really want a good Archeops, but it is really hard to get one. And I mean, thankfully this one's come out pretty well. It actually does need both damaging stats. It does have 31 attack and 28 speed and 28 special attack, which is really nice. I want to keep those up. The issue is that it came out relaxed nature, which is really bad. This is a really frail Pokemon, so the plus defense really doesn't help it at all, and the minus speed is actually going to hurt it a ton. So thankfully it is female, but I'm going to have to 100% rebreed this, and hopefully it shouldn't be too expensive. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, I'll definitely have to 1000% rebreed this Archon. Maybe I'll be able to put on like 31 speed or 31 special attack on it if I'm lucky. Actually, probably not, because I really just want to focus on, I think the next breed for this is just going to focus on giving it a usable nature. Probably going naive, rash, or like lonely, naughty, naive, rash, mild, hasty. Those would all work totally fine. So any of those natures will do. Let's go ahead and check out Machamp. Machamp came out calm, which is obviously pretty unusable. This is actually a Pokemon that I think after rebreeding it, I'm not sure if I would keep it or not. I kind of do want a fast Machamp. I think I talked about with the first, when I first talked about this breed, I think the idea of a Choice Scarf, no guard, like 31 speed, like pretty fast invested Machamp is really interesting to me. No guard, dynamic punch, Choice Scarf Machamp is really interesting to me. I really like the idea of that, but calm nature is totally unusable, so I'll have to rebreed that. And then onto the Shieldon / Bastiodon. Jolly is pretty unusable, I feel, for Bastiodon, especially one with this base stat speed IV. Bastiodon's a pretty slow Pokemon. I actually don't remember its base stat speed off the top of my head, but it's a very slow Pokemon. I wonder if I can bring it up on the side really quick, but very slow Pokemon. The Jolly isn't going to hurt it so much because it is subtracting from the special attack, but I kind of wanted, like, this thing actually has 31 special attack. Bastiodon already doesn't have very high attacks. So Bastiodon has 52 base stat attack, 47 special attack base stat, and then 30 speed base stat. So I think it'd be fine to be able to slot, like, I want to be able to slot like Flamethrower or something on him, or you actually can slot in a special attack move on Bastiodon. So I'm pretty sure he can learn like Flamethrower, which is really interesting. He can learn some really interesting special type moves. He can learn Flamethrower and Fire Blast. I think it'd be really cool to slot in a sort of special type move, or even like Blizzard. Slot in a move like that to hard counter something specifically giving me issues in the meta. So maybe I like have Flamethrower Bastiodon to counter Escavalier, which can be like a huge issue. That might be able to one-shot even Escavalier, which would be really, or Escavalier, because it's 4 times weak to fire. I think that would be really cool. And I just love the idea of that. I love the idea of that kind of surprise factor on a Pokemon like Bastiodon. I think it's a really cool fit that could really work well to like perfectly finish off and round out a team. So yeah, I want to go for a better nature on that. Probably going anything that's any sort of nature that's minus speed on Bastiodon is probably going to be ideal. Anything that is, you know, relaxed, sassy, even quiet or brave would be super, super good. So any 4 of those natures. All right, and now it's time to move on to the best Pokemon out of the entire batch. All of the kings and queens, all of the Pokemon that I plan to train up and keep and use right away as, you know, part of my own personal collection. All right, first things first, let's talk about the Pokemon that I said was the most important Pokemon to me out of the entire batch, and still is. This Pokemon cost me a lot of Pokeyen, and I really care about it, and I'm really excited to use him. Munchlax being 4x31 in all the stats that it needs, having the nice Eerie Howl particle effect, being sassy nature, which is absolutely, literally perfect. I want him to be really specially defensively bulky, and then finish out the rest of his bulk with curse. So he's gonna be a curse using kind of bulky, physically defensive, but also specially defensive. So I really like to go with all of my curse users, especially the same with my Miltank, kind of going like a specially defensive nature, and then fully investing. Like for this, I'd probably fully invest in HP and special defense, and then from there, Curse is going to be able to back up the rest of my defense EVs or defense stats and my attack. So Curse is going to kind of fill it out and make him sort of a one-man army, which I love one-man army Pokemon. And I think with Eviolite, he is going to be so bulky that is going to be insane. I'm really excited to test out this Munchlax, dude. I have no idea what the moveset plan is going to be in terms of damage or anything of the sort. I didn't know you could learn Belly Drum. I love the idea of Eviolite Belly Drum Munchlax could also be hilarious. Dude, there are so many, dude. Oh, I'm really excited for this Munchlax. I think he could be so freaking cool. So I'm just very excited for him. Moving on to this Karrablast. This Karrablast I have been trying to make for so long. Probably since 2017 to 2018. I've wanted an Escavalier for a really long time. The first time I actually wanted an Escavalier was for a monotype bug team to battle against my friend. And I think I'll kind of be making him for that, but he's actually just good now in NU, so it's probably kind of a perfect time. But really, really great Escavalier comp. Adamant Nature, absolutely perfect. 25 plus attack IV, 28 plus in the defenses, 30 special defense, 28 defense, 31 HP. Really beautiful. Really great comp. Not much to talk about. The speed isn't needed because it's a very slow Pokemon. And I play them in a lot of Trick Room anyways. All right, now on to Eelektross. Relaxed nature is totally super solid. Bringing down his speed a little bit is actually good, and him having a lower speed. I want him to be slow because I want him to be able to operate inside of Trick Room. I play a lot of Trick Room. That's my main play style. You won't see me playing non-Trick Room very much. Except if I'm playing random battles. 31 attack and 31 special attack is really cool. Eelektross can actually get Drain Punch and a Giga Drain, which can be really huge tools for its like sustainability and survivability. Eelektross can be a really annoying, like sticky threat because it actually has no weaknesses because it's a strictly electric type with Levitate, so you can't hit it with EQ or anything of the sort. So it's effectively a Pokemon with no weaknesses, similar to Spirit Tomb and Sableye. So really, really cool. Love that Pokemon. Eelektross is super cool. Eelektross also has an insane move pool, just boasting things like Giga Drain, Drain Punch, Crunch, like Flamethrower, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, the Stab, Thunder, and Thunderbolts. Brick Break as a fighting move is like super decent. Flamethrower is a Flamethrower, Flash Cannons, whatever. Hone Claws is kind of funny. Iron Tail. It just did really. I love U-Turn. I actually didn't know how to U-Turn. This Pokemon has an insane move pool. Aqua Tail is also a super decent water option. I actually did not think it had any water options. Has access to Outrage? Dude, that's crazy. This Pokemon's move pool is insane. Wild Charge is also, that's a really exciting. I didn't even know how to Wild Charge. That's a really great stab move for it. That'll probably be the one I go with. Really great Pokemon, dude. Really excited to use this Eelektross. All right, here's yet another Trick Room Rampardos. I actually already have 2 of these, I believe. This one came out Brave Nature. This random roll Brave Nature, which is actually very good, so I'm pretty happy with that. I do actually eventually want to make a Choice Scarf Rampardos that can operate outside of Trick Room. That would have like a really good speed IV and be invested in speed and probably be Jolly Nature, everything of that sort. But for now, I really like making different Rampardos with different movesets. that all operate inside of Trick Room and kind of mix up my opponents so they don't really know what they're up against. I think it's really cool. I really like this trainer. It's not a whole lot to talk about there. Just another one added to the collection. And this will be, I bred this one male specifically. I bred this Ralts male specifically because I really wanted a Gallade. I actually bred it before, and I EV trained a Curlia that was meant to be a Gallade, and then I realized it was female, and I couldn't evolve into Gallade, and I had to rebreed it from scratch, and that was a huge mistake, so I was pretty frustrated by that. Not the best Gallade comp in the world. I actually just really wanted one to test, and kind of, I think I talked about this in the previous breeding video. I want a Gallade comp to learn how the comp works a little more in depth and detailed, and to just, learn how to play against it and play with it. Here's a Swablu. Altaria is a really, really cool Pokemon, a really bulky, kind of annoying threat in NU that I don't feel like is played that much, but can be like an absolute menace. Has a really nice base special defense. 4 times weak to ice is rough, but there aren't that many ice types that are like that good in NU, aside from like Vanillix, which is really nice, and not that many people. I guess like Slowbro can go Ice Beam, but I don't even know if that many people. I feel like most people go like Scald, Psychic and such. But anyways, yeah, really cool Pokemon. Swablu is really cool. Altaria is really cool. I'm really excited to pilot one. I have very little experience with Altaria in competitive, so I think it'd be cool to test it, see how it goes. This Cyndaquil is pretty simple. This will actually just be replacing one of the Typhlosions in my gym reruns team. One of the Typhlosions in my gym reruns team has 23 speed, and I think one of them might have not 31 special. I think they might both has 31 special attack plus a 31 or plus a plus special attack nature. But upping the speed a little bit doesn't really matter too much, but it might matter in some of those Morimoto or Cynthia rebattles especially. All right, now this is a cool one to talk about because I don't play a whole lot of OU, but this is a Volcarona comp, or a Larvesta, obviously UT. And Volcarona is an extremely powerful Pokemon. I don't play a whole lot of OU. I don't love a whole lot of OU Pokemon, but Volcarona is one of the Pokemon that I do love in OU. Volcarona is all about setting up a Quiver Dance or two and then being able to just absolutely blast through an entire team. And it's a really, like, definition of a turbo sweeper that can just absolutely carry an entire game on its own, which I love in Pokemon. So timid nature, super nice, giving it that short speed boost, which it really needs because it is lacking a little bit of speed on the IVs. Having that 24 speed IV, making sure I'm timid nature is really, really important. Having that 31 special attack is really nice though, and then 26 defense is super solid, and 31 HP is actually really nice. The 21 special defense is also good enough because Quiver Dance is going to be boosting my special defense as well as my special attack and speed. But yeah, not a whole lot to talk about from here. The moveset will probably be something like Heat Wave, Bug Buzz, Psychic, plus Quiver Dance. Really cool Pokemon. Very powerful. Really excited to... I don't know where I'm going to use it. I might just use it in like PVM or something like that. Maybe I'll try it out in Battle Tower. I really want to kind of get together a good group of Pokemon and a good team of Pokemon that are kind of OU power level just to do Battle Tower, because I haven't done much testing at Battle Tower yet, and I can't really do Battle Tower that well because I mostly just have NU Pokemon, which aren't nearly as powerful, so I want to kind of try some of that, more PVM stuff out, and Volcarona is just going to help me do that a lot better. All right, on to this Tyrogue. This actually came out Naughty Nature, which is another random roll nature, which is really, really good. So I'm actually deciding to keep it. I think I'm going to try to make it into like a Hitmonchan or a Hitmonlee, but I'm honestly not totally sure. I would love a Hitmonchan for NU, but for that I might need to rebreed it and get like Mach Punch or something on it. I'm not sure exactly how those egg moves work. I'll have to look a little more into that. So I'm honestly, to be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing with this Tyrogue at the moment, but I do know that I want to keep it. This Burmy actually fits a pretty similar boat to that Tyrogue, where I'm really not sure what I'm doing with it right now. I think Burmy is an interesting Pokemon. I think it's pretty bad. It's actually quite bad, and all of its evolutions are quite bad in comp, but I want to be able to try something. Like, there was a Wormadam version, I believe that's like Steel Bug, that is really interesting to me. Kind of, that really good typing, that Escavalier, that Scizor typing that can be really, really powerful. And I want to try that out. And it has the stats, it has the nature, so I'm going to go ahead and at least, I'll try to do something with it. We're not sure yet, but we'll see. And this Tortuga came out excellent. I'm really, really happy with this. I don't think there was any risk on this. There might have been like some IV rolls, but man, this thing came out freaking good, dude. I'm really, really happy with the way this Tortuga came out, dude. 27 special attack, 29 attack, 31 speed is so important. 23 special defense, 30 defense, 26 HP. This is going to be such a monstrous Shell Smash competitive Carracosta. I'm really excited, which is an NU Pokemon. Having an NU Shell Smash threat is super exciting to me. I'm really excited to train that up and hopefully get some turbo sweeps off. I love any sort of Pokemon that is all about turbo sweeping, one-man army carrying. It's one of the most satisfying ways to win in Pokemon, in my opinion. Whew, but that finally covers everything. That covers every Pokemon, dude. I do want to go ahead and revisit my Shiny Nidorino, though. And a huge shout out to Joshua, which was a huge inspiration for this hunt. But I really hope you guys liked this video. These kind of videos, these kind of breeding extravaganzas literally take me around a month of preparation in terms of shiny hunting, getting up to 30k encounters, you know, storing and holding all of the breeders, planning all of the breeders, buying all of the braces. I probably spent like 1 to 3 mil planning this in terms of Pokeyen, and then so many hours of time, dude. I probably easily spent 10, this is a big range, but maybe like 10 to 30 hours planning the breeders and everything for this, and planning everything and the stream, and I just put a lot of effort, work, and time into this video, and I had a lot of fun, and it's time to reap the rewards. So I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you liked this video by physically liking the video and subscribing to stay up to date with more PokeMMO content like this, more mega videos, more mega projects, more events, more small updates, more, you know, tips and tricks, everything on PokeMMO you can find here on this YouTube channel. Check out all of the links in the description, all of the playlists in the description if you want to see more PokeMMO content. There's tons to be viewed there. You can also check out the Discord if you have any questions about PokeMMO that I may not have answered yet, or if you want any help on anything specifically like competitive, PvP, team building, price checking, learning how to, you know, do anything in this game, go ahead and hit up that Discord and ask some personal questions there. Thank you so much. Also consider becoming a YouTube member to me for $5 a month. That is the best way to go above and beyond and support me. And I've really been gaining a lot of those recently, and I've kind of been gaining some people in the ranks there, and I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much for all that support. Thank you, and a huge shout out to all of my current YouTube members. You guys keep me going, and it's really appreciated, and you mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Hope this video could be helpful. Have a great day. Best of luck. Love, Petrowski.